जब सीएए कानून बना था तब यही बात आई थी कि बांग्लादेश, अफगानिस्तान या पाकिस्तान ऐसे देश हैं यहां पे मिनॉरिटी को प्रताड़ित किया जाता है। और आज ये सच सामने आ गया। तब उस वक्त इतना बवाल खड़ा किया। कहां गए वो टुकड़े टुकड़े गैंग, कहां गए वो पार्टीज, पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज, एनजीओ जिन्होंने उस वक्त हिंदुस्तान के अंदर बवाल खड़ा किया और हिंदुस्तान की सड़कों पे आग लगाई, बिल्डिंगों को फूका।
मैं कंडेम करूंगा उन लोगों को जो लोग आज जो है हमारे धार्मिक लीडरों के खिलाफ ऐसी बातें अपमानित करके अपने आप को मशहूर करना चाहते हैं। और अगर आज टेररिज्म बढ़ रहा है तो उनकी वजह से बढ़ रहा है। मैं सबसे पहले उनको कंडेम करूंगा। कहते हैं जुल्म और नाइंसाफी के खिलाफ आतंकवाद बढ़ता है। मैं गांधी जी का अनुयायी हूं, मैं सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल का अनुयायी हूं। उन्होंने भी ब्रिटिश के सारे सामान का बाइकआउट किया था। आज उनका हम लोग उसी रास्ते पर चल करके फ्रांस का भी सामान का बाइकआउट करना चाहिए।
Srinjoy, now, you know, it's clearly important at a time when we saw that within the country as well, there were many who were supporting Pakistan when Imran Khan had written a letter about Islamophobia, and, you know, how there were many who had equated the support to French president as Islamophobia. And don't you think that has in a way also emboldened these kind of attacks?
Well, the important thing is, you cannot boycott France. Of all the countries in the world, in 1998, when India exploded a nuclear device, the one country that stood by us was France. And that is something that should not be forgotten. Over the years, France, when it comes to civil nuclear technology, when it comes to space, and most recently the supply of the Rafales, the French have stood by us. So it's very clear that there can be no boycott of Rafale of France, because if you boycott French goods, then you're boycotting the next 18 or 20 Rafales that are expected very shortly. What are we saying? What are we thinking when we even consider the fact that French goods have to be boycotted? Here we need these Rafales as much as anything else, and we are talking about boycotting French goods.
Right. Shehzad, also, you know, don't you think this is the time that Congress party and the top leaders of the Congress party should also come out and clear their stand on this particular issue? Because, you know, now Hindus, Christians are being targeted across the world.
In fact, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary tried to put the onus back on the Indian government, but Mr. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, shouldn't he answer that why was an MLA of the Congress party in Bhopal calling for the smashing of the face of Emmanuel Macron? Why has the Congress party not taken a clear-cut position against the former Indonesian Prime Minister, Mr. Mahathir Mohamad? Why haven't they come out unequivocally in support of France, which is only standing up for true secularism and liberal values, something that the Indian government has stood shoulder to shoulder with? But instead, just for the sake of vote bank politics, they have allowed people to make such hate-spewing, venomous speeches against France, against the French president, and those are having repercussions right up to Bangladesh. I mean, let us not kid ourselves. These mobs which are driven by a Sharia Islamist agenda do find their motivations from all quarters. And today, when you do not come out and unequivocally condemn the calls for beheading of a particular person, or calls for smashing the face of the president of France, or asking the president of France to in fact apologize, I think you are in a way encouraging these Islamist mobs to go and attack other minority communities like they did in Bangladesh.
That's right. And Pradeep, you know, even from the Gupkar alliance, the leaders there haven't really condemned what has happened.
That's really unfortunate, in fact, Hina, that Gupkar alliance is so busy with their own petty politics that they are not condemning an attack on the humanity. They are not understanding the kind of the repercussions it will be having. Because this is the time when everybody unequivocally had to condemn such incidents. And I think it also exposes the hypocrisy of Imran Khan and all those Islamic nations like Indonesia as well as Malaysia and Turkey. Because Imran Khan considers himself to be the leader of Ummah. The same Imran Khan is completely silent when it comes to the destruction of the dome of the several mosques in China, where it's all about we can call it a Sinicization of the Islamic culture in China that's going on for quite some time, where we have seen how they're trying to suppress the Islamic influence. Even the Uyghur Muslims are persecuted day in and day out, and they are not allowed to follow their faith. They are not allowed to keep the beard. Whosoever will be keeping the beard, follow faith or offer prayers or namaz, they are seen with suspicion. So they will not be talking about all these things, but they will in fact try to raise their voice against the other countries, and especially the minorities like Hindus and the Christians in their country, in their backyard. So that's really an unfortunate thing. And people like the Gupkar lobby, because Farooq Abdullah had given a statement that they will try to take the help of the China over for restoration of Article 370. Why, if he is really concerned about the Muslims' condition, why he is not really speaking out against China and trying to tell them that this is not the way you should treat one particular community, not allow them to follow their faith properly? But they will not say, because they will play their dirty politics.
Absolutely.
Because it's more easy for them to always target central government, which they have been doing for the last several years.
All right, Pradeep, Srinjoy and Shahzad, appreciate all of you for joining us with all of those details and